Well, here we go again, speaking to the millions and millions of people that are listening. Don't you
Speak it,
love it?
sister. Speak it
Yeah.
out there. Put it out there.
Hey, it's my topic today is don't shrink your dreams. So the dreams are to have millions of people that are listening to us, Charlie, so that we can impact more lives.
I love it.
And
I love that your thing says, don't shrink your dreams, but enlarge your faith. I love that.
well, the dream is never the problem; it's the dreamer. God
Ooh.
drops, God drops things into each one of us, and I was following a new, I call them friends. You know how when we follow people online and they're kind of celebrities in their field, I always call them, and my friend. So my friend Terry taught me this a lot. Oh, that you just enlarged my notes, and I'm telling you what, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. If you want your life to be different, you have to believe in yourself more.
Yeah, that's hard because we have identities. We were talking earlier just between the two of us is that there's so many different times in our life that we go through these identity crises. We
Hmm.
we go to a different level or we go to a different station or a different age, and it's not really about the number, the number, the chronological number. It's more about you go from being the mom with littles in the house to all of a sudden you're an empty nester. Okay, so your identity now just changed. Your identity now is not Uber driver and you're
Hmm. Hmm.
taxi
Right.
driver to your kids. It's
Right.
not it's not all about them now. It's about, oh well, it's now you return to, oh, it's
Well,
about my
even
partner. and
yeah,
and
even back it up a little bit even more. I didn't know what to do when I didn't have a diaper bag. I remember that, even though I'm, the ripe old age that I am. I remember going, well, wait, I don't have a diaper bag. Okay, your kids aren't in diapers.
Yeah.
That's an adjustment. I had to go back to a handbag. I'm like, what is this?
Look at this little thing.
Like, yeah,
Yeah.
what do I do with this? What do I put in it? And then, as you
Yeah.
were saying, then they're toddlers, and then they're high schoolers, and there's another set of issues. And then when they're gone, it's like, okay, who am I?
Right. And we're doing this whole comparison tribe thing, instead of just, we'll say, hey, we have to believe in ourselves.
Hmm.
And I am good enough. And, you're doing all this self-talk and putting post-it notes everywhere, whatever. But it's like, um, when you go on Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn, you join the comparison tribe and you're comparing yourself with, I mean, I can't compare myself with, the bathing chute shots of the 20-year-olds. I don't want to be 20 again. I just really don't want to
No.
do that again. So, I was watching a show the other day and It's a Man's World, and it is on Hulu, I believe. I'm pretty sure it's on Hulu. It's called
Uh-huh.
It's a Man's World. And it was really cool because this one lady was just talking. I was just watching. She was fabulous
Hmm.
woman, and she was a preacher, and she was not able to get a job as a female preacher. So she went on and they dressed her up like a man. She was beautiful, fabulous. She was Queen Latifah. I mean, she was
Uh-huh.
curvy and beautiful. And I was like, I am going to rock these curves. I'm going to, wherever I'm at whatever level. It just was another inspiration to be like, I'm just going to celebrate and get out of the comparison tribe and just really, it's easy to say, oh, I'm going to believe in myself. I am good enough. Like, no, I'm not. I'm better than good enough. I am a rock star. I look
There you go.
fantastic.
Well, and
I
it's
am
what we say.
I am made so well.
Yeah.
God did not mess up here.
Yeah. God did not make junk. He made us just the way we're supposed to. I'm a little louder than a lot of people, and they're like, "Ooh, Darlene's so loud." Yeah. Well, that's the way he made me. I always tell people, he's not finished with me yet, but the way he made me for right now, you're going to have to go to the source, go to the manufacturer, because this is who I am. And I'm not like, I don't mean like I'm stuck in my ways. This is who I am no matter what. But it's like, I don't know why he gave me a loud voice. Talk to him. Maybe
I
because
laugh.
I had 3 kids and I was a single mom and I had to speak
You,
above them.
you
I
had to
don't
yell
know.
really loud. I'm laughing because
I don't know.
I'm laughing. You said call the manufacturer. I'm thinking I did not see the recall notice
No.
go out for Darlene's voice. There was no recall notice
Because for a
for
long
that
time,
defect.
honestly, even that my voice bothered me. And I think a lot of women, they're like, oh, I hate to hear they go, don't take a picture of me. Don't do this. Don't do that. This is who you are. I'm on a group in Facebook with, women over 50, over 60. And a lot of them are complaining. God bless them. Literally, God bless them. They're so upset at their image. Oh, do you look in the mirror and you think, oh God, look at you old fart? And I'm thinking, excuse me. And I don't want to get in there and preach at them, but I have commented here and there. I got eyes to see myself. I'm pretty happy about that.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not comparing myself to the 20 and 30-year-old. I did. Oh, I got to put a picture up here one of these days on our. I just thought of one. I think I showed it to you with me and the kids
Yes.
after their dad left, and I'm standing there with the cigarette, hanging down by my, holding it in my hand, and a girl, I look like I'm 102 pounds. I don't know. Somebody should have told me that I looked like I was
You probably
anorexic
thought you were
Annie.
fat.
Oh, girl, I don't know what I thought I was, but I was just trying to get through that season of my life, I guess. But I don't want to go back to that. But I was,
Yeah.
I think I was happy back then. I don't remember. But right now, it's like everyone's got different seasons of their life. You and I were just discussing that. I'm not 51. You're not 70. So for somebody on here that's, falls in the middle, I might be able to speak to 60. Charlie can't, but I can't speak to 50 anymore. In that is gone for me.
Yeah.
And it's okay. I don't like grieve it. I have a friend. Just reminded myself of this friend back in the day. I won't even talk about the state because maybe they'll know who they are. So my point is that they always talked about their
We've
past.
changed the names to protect the innocent or the guilty.
Yeah. But the person was always talking about the good old days, and I'm thinking, I'm glad that you were accomplished. I'm glad that you had fun back then. I'm glad that you made a lot of money back then, and all of the success you had. Do you know that was 25 years ago?
Right. Okay, Al Bundy. Sorry.
Yeah. Wake up and smell today's coffee and not yesterday's, cup of Joe. And I'm like,
Cold brew.
oh man. And I was like, I don't ever want to do that. It's one thing to glance. I think a lot of us have heard this. You glance in the rearview mirror because you got to kind of be careful a little bit, use some wisdom from the past, but don't stare at it because you're going to crash right into something.
Yeah.
You have
I love
to look
that.
through the big window,
Right. And how you see yourself today is what determines your outcome for their future.
Yeah.
Not how you saw yourself when you were 20.
God.
That's not determining tomorrow's outcome. It's today. So
Yeah.
cool. Yeah. Speaking of Post-it notes.
Speaking of Post-it notes, let's write on that mirror again. I know I stopped for a while, but I've been encouraged by speakers I've listened to and people that I look up to. It's like you're never too old to get a pack of Post-it notes out and start sticking them wherever you feel like it, whether it's on your mirror, your wall, your refrigerator, and put the nice things on there. Put who you really are. Start talking good stuff to your own self, because the nasty twin will always talk crap about you. If none of you have I think you all have a nasty twin. Let's be honest.
That inner mean girl, we talk about her a lot on here. I finally named her. Her name is Stacy.
Oh gosh.
Sorry if your name is Stacy.
I was just going to say we just had somebody on that her name was Stacy. But okay, that was your girl. That's okay. I'll call mine Bertha Butt.
Bertha Butt.
Yeah, Bertha Butt. That's the mean sister.
Your mean sister is Bertha Butt. Yeah, my mean girl is Stacy.
Okay.
I just had a person whose name was Stacy that was mean to me when I was like middle school, So that gotcha. Reminds me not to be her and how that made me feel. And I don't need to feed that to myself, not talk to myself like that. Whatever works for you. You got to name her. We had the really great, you need to go back and listen to the other podcasts we did. Lindsay, right? Yeah, with Lindsay.
Yes.
Talking about your mean girl and how you need to interview her and find out like why do you do that? And yeah, it's a good podcast. We won't bore you with it now.
Lindsay
but it was
Preston, she was wonderful. Wonderful.
Oh, it was really good. Yeah.
Yeah. And again, don't be average. Your life won't be average. Sometimes we have to shift our identity and deliberately choose what we put in. God wakes me up in the middle of the night. I know he does you too, Charlie. And just lately, I've been putting the journal and the pen next to the bed instead of telling myself, I remember that in the morning. Thank you.
Yeah.
No, I don't. And one of the things he taught me was sometimes you don't need an overhaul. You just need a little alignment. You just need a little just a little something. You don't need to, trash the car, burn it, burn your she shed.
Yeah.
Just,
Just redecorate. You just might need to redecorate.
yeah, change the picture.
Yeah.
Change the picture on the wall.
I like the alignment. The car doesn't need to, just because your car's out of alignment, it doesn't mean you set the car on fire and you get rid of it. You just go take it into the shop and get it realigned. And that's the same thing with us, changing your dreams, not dreaming little things, dreaming big things, not settling for bad relationships because thinking that's all you're worth, right?
Oh dear, that could be a podcast right there.
Yeah, or staying in a low-paying job because you think that that's all you're worth is that low-paying job. And maybe, I'm going to be real right now, maybe you are only worth that low-paying job because you haven't worked on yourself with skills to make yourself worth more than minimum wage. And it's time, even at 50, 60, 70, and you're still out there working it, then you need to, and you want to get paid more, then you need to do something that increases your value in the marketplace. I'm done. Go ahead.
No, you went Danny Johnson on them, and I'm telling you,
I went Danny Johnson on, or
okay.
Sandy Krakowski on everybody.
It's okay, because again, people don't always get told, or and we'll say encouraged. We won't say told. We won't put that hat on. But sometimes people just need to be encouraged. Be better than you are. The key. I heard this from my new friend, and I loved it. Key, KEY, stands for keep educating yourself. Now, they say your life will be determined in the next 5 years by two things: the books you read and the people you hang around. Now, those people that you hang around can be in person, obviously. They can be in a training or a conference or a course or even on YouTube. It's kind of like whatever your passion is.
Whatever you're feeding your brain. Who's speaking into your life, virtually or in person? Who is speaking? And I mean, we did a podcast on this. Go back and listen. But who's speaking into your life, right? Because I think books and authors, those are people we're allowing to speak into us or speak over us or through our brains. So I 100% agree with this.
Yeah, because again, if you can't, you're saying, well, I would really like to hang around. Okay, let's just go with Sandy Krakowski, and some of you don't know who she is, but there'll be a link in the bottom that one of the books that she's got out that I think I even blessed you with this book when I first met you. I'm not sure if this is the one I sent you.
It is the Be More.
The Be More, and she's got many different sections in here about being more, but educate yourself. If you can't call up Sandy Krakowski, you can't call up fill in the blank who it is that you look up to. I guarantee you can be around them.
Guarantee.
Yeah,
that's
whatever.
Serious. That's a pretty serious guarantee.
Yeah, I can't get any more serious than that.
Move to Arkansas with me right now with that one.
I wanted to say guarantee to you, but I didn't say that. So now I did. Real. Yeah, keep it real. Is you read the book, let's just say you sit down and read the whole thing. So now you've been in her presence for 3 or 4 hours.
Right.
So you really have been, again, you start regurgitating. That sounds, well, she's a nurse, so she can handle that one. But you start speaking like whoever you hang around.
Right.
And if they have bigger dreams than you do, yay, your dreams come up a level. If they're eating better than you are, hang around people that, eat organic for a while and you'll start eating organic. If you
raise the ceiling.
Yeah, exactly. It has to be intentional that you want to get better. I think I'm a big proponent for, quit just being status quo.
Yeah. Change something. You had written on your notes here that we love what's rare. Changing who you are because you're not that rare, you're not that unique, or they're like, what's unique or rare about me? It's like, well, we really value things that are rare, like a diamond is rare. It's
rocks are everywhere.
Right.
Not that we're calling your friends rocks. Okay, don't take that personal.
But decide to be rare. Decide that you don't want to be average anymore, that you want to shift some stuff around. Like I said, if you're saying, I'm always attracting, this is my favorite thing. You are the common denominator most of the time. If you're single and you're saying, I always get the same kind of man, I'm always attracting this, well, here's the thing. Ding, ding, ding. They're all different men. You're the only same thing. You're the common denominator, which means you're the person who's attracting those people. So what about you? You need to be self-aware. Let's take a step back and say, why am I attracting
Mhm.
men who are alcoholics and still live with their moms? Because
Mm,
I'm meeting them at the bar,
oh.
and I'm
Mm,
maybe I'm putting out there that I'm a caregiver. Something, what are you putting out there? Where are you meeting people? I mean, if you're saying the words "I always," fill in the
mm,
blank,
yeah.
the situation is different in the people are different, whatever else is different. You're the only thing that's the same. So you're the common denominator. So you're the one that needs to change to attract the new thing that you're wanting. If you want things that are higher level, you need to go to a higher level. If you want to get paid more, you need to make yourself more valuable so that you can get paid more. If you want to attract a healthy mate partner, then you need to get healthy.
If you want more
Why
friends,
is
show
common
yourself
sense
friendly. Yeah.
right? I mean, common sense is not common practice. So sorry for spelling it out there.
Mm-hmm.
I've had to hear this and tell myself these things because I notice, if I'm saying I always, or this always happens to me, my friends always treat me like this, people always do this to me. Okay, wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the only common denominator here. So
Mm-hmm.
why do people treat me like that? What do I need to do to change? What do I need to fix? How do I grow and change so that this stops with me right now?
And my addition to that is, and I have learned this a long time ago and have fallen short a couple times. I'm not going to say I haven't, but constantly I tell myself and others that will listen, people will only treat you the way you allow it.
Yeah,
You've
you teach
taught
them.
people, you've taught people to treat you that way. I
Preach.
I've had some very yucky relationships, and again, wanted for years to say it was their fault, their fault, their fault, when in fact, uh yeah, I allowed it. And until I stood up for myself and said, no more, I'm going to be rare. I'm not going to be common. I'm going to be a diamond and not a rock. Um, and that rustles some people's feathers, and sorry, not sorry,
You're not
not
for
sorry.
everybody. Whatever.
And that's okay. I mean, some people, again, well, back to my low voice. I used to hate it. And now I'm like, well, if you
Now you're on a
don't like,
podcast.
if you don't like Greta Garbo, and people are like, who's Greta Garbo? Never mind. Google it. Just Google it. It's what God gave me, and why am I mad at the manufacturer? I'm just not.
Thank you.
I'm
Yeah,
just
there was
not.
not a recall. I didn't see the recall.
Mm-mm,
I
mm-mm.
don't think we have to change the name of this. It can't be "Don't Shrink Your Dreams." Now we have to
Okay.
be about being rare. I mean, really.
Okay.
Dare
We
to
can
be
be rare.
rare. Dare
Dare
to
to
be
be.
rare.
Oh, I like that. Dare to be rare. And then I'll leave them with this, because I took this off of a webinar I was on last night. Oh gosh, I guess I was learning some more, or at least
Ah,
trying to educate myself. And this might not be earth shattering, but then again, it may be. Every day you have a choice to be average or extraordinary. I suggest you all go be extraordinary because you already are that. Thank you for listening. Share it with somebody that would mean the world to us, and share it with somebody that needs to hear this. And maybe you need to hear it more than once too, because I don't know about you, but God gave me 2 ears and 1 mouth, even though I have a big mouth, 2 ears to listen twice as much as I speak. So go make it an extraordinary day.
love it. We love you.
For real.